Hey everybody, it's Z Infinity. Gonna talk a little bit about astral projection and the importance of meditation, uh, the larger picture, things sort of along those lines. Because I think it's pretty important that we keep the large picture in mind a lot of the time. Because when you start to lose track of the main goal in the larger picture, you start to draw yourself in towards things that don't need your energy, like arguments. You've raised your energy and you live with people who maybe don't raise their energy. It's going to be hard not to get into, or it's going to be hard for them not to want to argue with you. But that's just something you're going to have to you're going to have to raise above, and it's not going to affect your world. It's going to eat at them and it's going to make them sick, but it's not going to affect you at all. Basically, where your energy goes, your attention will flow. So, especially now more than ever, as the third density is actually in the past now. You can argue it all you want, but that's gone. We're slowly, your thoughts are actually manifesting faster than they ever have, and you're probably experiencing all sorts of crazy synchronicities. In fact, if you're not experiencing synchronicities, it's probably a sign that you need to be a little bit more on your path. Oh yeah, this is a sigil that I did just for health and whatnot, different health aspects. This is just a heart-shaped piece of paper, and in the circle in the middle it says Earth or Heart, depending how you look at it. This is a smaller version of that, and this is a decalcifying pineal gland sigil, in case you're wondering. Yeah, basically we gotta make sure that we keep the ultimate main goal in focus. Otherwise, we're bound to get sidetracked. Sorry, we're bound to be sidetracked to irrelevant, pointless matters. When realistically, we're all trying to get to the same place, and everybody has to be on their own path. You shouldn't be a follower, and you shouldn't necessarily be trying to lead everybody at the same time, because this is everything that you do right now is all about you and your path. And even when your contract is going to be dealing with helping other people, realistically everybody's contract is dealing with helping other people. So keep in mind that you can help other people, but nobody can force you to do anything, and you can't force anybody to do anything, because free will is still in effect. It just always will be. That's just the way things go. But with that being said, going into astral travel, I wanted to talk about that a bit, because astral travel, coming from deep meditation, can be quite an experience. And it's a hard to achieve one for a while, but when you get it, you'll know, because it's actually really beautiful, and it's a great experience. But what I wanted to say was that astral travel is sort of the light spectrum of dreaming, as opposed to the chaos primordial darkness, which would be the deepness of meditation past that, where you have no longer taken any form. You have transcended form and specific information. You are just in the chaos realm. I mean, I've been to some crazy places in my dimensional traveling in meditations. I mean, from astral traveling, I've been flying with the seagulls over the beach and stuff like that, communicating with them, having just a great time and whatnot. But overall, traveling to the chaos is just something that when you come back to the physical, it's almost it's almost uncomprehendable. And reality is that it is uncomprehendable, because you're taking something that's formless and something that's made out of complete chaos, and you're trying to make sense out of it, and you're trying to put it into words, you know what I'm saying? So so basically what I'm saying is, you do have to try and keep a little bit, you have to keep a balance of light and dark. For if you completely ignore the dark, then you're just living in a projected reality. You're never experiencing experience itself. You know what I'm saying? You're never experiencing creation itself before creation. You're never experiencing true chaos, true power, true darkness, true wonder. And trying to bring back that information and put it into a form and put it into a system and actually explain it to somebody is damn impossible. Because even if you could figure out the best possible way to explain it for the other person to experience it, the only way they can is to literally experience it. You can't tell them what it's like and for them to imagine it, and no matter how deep they think they can understand it, it's not something that you can, or how deep they think they can understand it, it's not something that you can really grasp. It's just an experience that you have to have. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to, it's something that you have to take upon yourself to go into. But you need to have the light also, because if you don't have the light, then you're just you're just there, you just are. You know what I'm saying? You won't have any form, you won't have thought, you just are at that point. So to have the light is sort of like, it was what gave us fun. It's what gave us even boredom. It's what it gives us everything to experience and to learn from. For when you're only in the dark, when you're truly in the dark, everything will make sense and you will comprehend everything. But to put it into words is just not something that's explicable. You can't explain that on pretty much any level. I'm doing my best right now. Darkness is where everything started. It was the primordial energy. It was the very first, I want to say thing, but it's not a thing. It's that which you can't name. And to try and put a label on it is to only falsely label it. The best way to explain it is to say what it's not, and then you're truly only left with what it is, but we don't have that kind of time. But the darkness had to create the light, to move into the light, to experience itself. So astral traveling is taking on another physical light form and literally traveling with it, but you're still in a light projected reality, whether it be less dense than the reality that you are in whilst watching this video. Whereas a formless, chaotic, meditational state is something that's not even being comprehended, but it is at the same time, and it's not something that is literally spelt out for you and worded, you know what I'm saying? It's just merely experience itself. And it's honestly a lot deeper, and it's pretty difficult to get to, but it's truly amazing. And it's complicated to think about because it's just how it is. You can't sort it out, and you can't logically put it through the filter that is your brain and understand it, or understand it. You're always going to understand it. You'll never understand it or overstand it. And with the dark being the primordial energy, the very first energy that ever was, and the very first thing, and that also being the feminine aspect of everything, this is going to lead to your females having a a more in-depth virtue of the darkness and femininity within inside of her. And that's why most women are healers. Basically, you need to be surrounding yourself with all sorts of goddesses. You can learn something from every woman around you, but to surround yourself and to actually pay attention and to learn from goddesses, especially if you are a god or a king or a male of the yang energy, primarily of the male yang energy, you want to pay attention to goddesses. And I say goddesses because they will know thyself. See, you can learn from females, but to learn from a goddess, now that's going back, that's pure knowledge, you know what I'm saying? And it's not even necessarily going to be in the words that they speak. It's going to be in the way that they act. It's going to be in the kindness. It's going to be in the tone of the voice that they have when they sing the words that they say. You know what I'm saying? But you know, basically that's why you're going to have some experiences in your lifetime that every time you try to explain them to somebody, no matter how meaningful or impactful they were on your lifetime, explaining them to somebody, they will never truly maybe shock them to the point that it shocked you, and it may not resonate in an interesting value on the same level to them as it does to you. It may be really interesting to you, and it may not even matter to them, and that's just the way that things go. Again, with the third density being kind of behind us right now, and we're on our way further and further through the photon band, and we're increasing our vibrations constantly all the time. You're going to want to make sure that you're not allowing fear into your temple, into your body, into your vessel. No fear can enter your temple. Your temple is only for your soul and your soul only, and maybe ancestors of knowledge, truth, wisdom, and love. Here's what my last final thought, and the basic main goal of this whole conversation right now is basically to say to find a true balance inside of yourself. Stop perceiving things as negative or positive or evil and good, or to the best of your ability. It's baby steps to get there. Like I still struggle at my times. I definitely still struggle at my times, but you got to make sure that you're doing your best that you can, because that's what the truth is. And I know that all of us are here, and basically all of us are searching for the truth. So yeah, keep a balance in your life between the light and the dark, because to abandon the light is to abandon all the fun that you originally sent yourself here to perceive and to experience, and to abandon the darkness is to cut yourself off from source and basically spiral downward. So basically what I'm saying is go deep into the dark and bring it out to the light, and let's turn this light experience into something that we're going to want to enjoy, something for our future kids and our grandkids all to dance around the fire and enjoy each other and just love each other and have a good time and not have to worry about negativity, and basically just enjoy each other. Oh yeah, this is a little Eye of Ra or Eye of Horus necklace, sorry. Eye of Ra or Eye of Horus necklace with a little pendant of the moon. I actually found that little moon pendant on the ground when I got off the bus stop, and it's just always kind of been a lucky thing. This is my cage. This has citrine and my tiger's eye in there. This tiger's eye is really awesome, but you definitely can't tell on the camera because it's a piece of junk. Got one ring on the top here, shaped kind of sort of like a crown. This ring I've had since I was younger, and my mom actually gave that to me. And this is just a little serpent keychain. And actually used to be a ring, but I broke that ring, so put it on my necklace. And that's what that is. Anyways, peace out guys. 13 love, 13 knowledge, 13 respect. Namaste.